It's time for review 59, the start of a new series featuring 12-year-old Scotch whiskies. We're kicking it off with this Deanston, so let's bring it on. Welcome to Whisky Straight with me, Big Al. If you haven't already and you'd like to join me on my spiritual odyssey through the wonderful world of whisky, go right ahead, hit the subscribe button down there, and while you're at it, don't forget to ring that bell notification so you don't miss out on any other future content. So let's get right into this Deanston 12-year-old. It's a Highland single malt, it's non-chill filtered, it's naturally coloured, it's bottled at that lovely sweet spot of 46.3% ABV, and it'll cost you somewhere in around the region of 37 to 45-ish sort of quid depending on where you're shopping. But a top tip here, if you're in one of those countries that can get alcohol deliveries from Amazon, check it out there and you'll pick it up around the 37 quid mark, which is what I did. So it's always worth checking out to see what the bargains are. Now, this all sounds pretty good so far, but as we all know, it's not what the whiskey sounds like, it's what it tastes like that matters. So why am I doing a series of reviews on 12-year-old Scotch whiskies? Well, over the last few weeks, I've been online quite a lot. I've been watching a lot of live streams, and in some of the Facebook groups I'm in, there's a couple of 12-year-old whiskies that keep appearing and people keep talking about, and one of them is the Deanston 12 here, and one of the other ones was the Kikerran 12. And it wasn't just the fact that they were being talked about, it was who was talking about them. And when there's people that you respect talking in such glowing terms about these whiskies, you really have to gotta sit up, take notice. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a bottle of each and I'm going to review them. And then it got into my head, well, why not add to it and get a few more 12-year-olds so we can compare and contrast and just sort of see what is an offer out there in terms of 12-year-old Scotch whiskies, because they're affordable, they're at a good age, and it's a thing that I think a lot of people would be interested in, so hopefully they are. Now, the next review is going to be the Kikerran 12. After that, I'm not so sure, because I haven't decided, but this is where you guys come in. Let me know in the comments down below what 12-year-old Scotch whiskies you would like to see me reviewing and why. And from the comments, I'll gauge what the popular opinion is. I've already asked on my social media channels and a couple of groups I'm in. There's been a good response so far. So I would like to do maybe 5 or 6 reviews as part of this. So the next 3 or 4 are up to you guys. So please take part, let me know. And it might not just be the most popular. If there's something in there that really grabs my attention, that makes me sit up and take notice, I might include that as well. So there you go, folks. From review number 3 in this series on, it's up to you. So please rise to the challenge and we'll see where it takes us. And then at the end, I'll look through them all again and decide which one I like best. And then you guys can tell me what your preferences are. So anyway, let's get right on to this Deanston and see what it's all about. Oh, that was a pretty feeble pop, but then again, it doesn't really matter about the pop. It matters what's in here. And as you can see, when I do my reviews, I like to get down through the bottle to explore it, to get into it in detail, and then you can really get to know the whiskey a wee bit better. But I think I've left this one pretty tight, so here's hoping I don't balls this up. Sláinte. So there, I'll just move in a wee bit closer so you can get a better look at the colour there. It's nice, amber, sort of goldy colour, a nice hue coming off of there, and those legs, they're pretty decent as well. So we'll start off with the nose. Sláinte. Barley sugar right off the bat, and it's quite distinct. It's very sweet, there's some honey there as well. And it's a really sweet mix of honey, barley sugar, and a bit of just natural sugar there as well. Now the deeper you go, you get some malty notes, you get some cereal notes, and there's a nice wee touch of lemon coming through there as well, and it sort of blends nicely with that malty cereal thing going on. But it's not like a natural, like lemon juice or lemon zest. It's more like a lemon sherbet, sort of artificial sweetness that's going on. But who doesn't love a lemon sherbet? Now, there is a wee bit of tanginess there right on the end, which is also bringing through, surprisingly enough, a wee bit of orange rather than more lemon or lime or anything like that. But it's quite a nice nose. It's very pleasant. It's very summery in nature, and it's probably not a bad time of the year to be trying this. So let's get right on into the palate and see how it tastes. Cheers. Quite a tang on the first sip. Sweet, tangy citrus fruits. A zesty lemon. Wee touch of orange coming in there too. A bit of lime. In fact, as it rolls across the tongue to the centre of the palate towards the back, it's becoming a wee bit more lime-like in nature, and it has that it has that, fuck me, it has that nice malty mouthfeel that's reminiscent of the maltiness that comes through on the nosing as well. So it's a promising start. Now there is a bit of barley sugar with an orangey undertone coming through now as it approaches the back of the palate, and that's quite nice, but it's again not like a totally natural kind of orange flavour I'm getting. It does have a bit of effervescence with it, a bit candyish in a way too, but all the same, as it mixes in with those other flavours, and especially the barley sugar nature of it, it is a very pleasant taste. So let's go again. A nice vanilla now coming right through that. It still remains tangy, and funny enough, in my experience, you'll always usually tend to find the first sip, if there's a tang, there's a bit of heat or something like that, that's where you're going to get that punch. But now in the second sip, it's actually like the heat is building, and with it comes extra flavour. As I say, that vanilla's there. Again, there's a bit of spiciness, and that brings to life a wee bit more of that orange flavour, the lemon, again that malty, not only flavour but mouthfeel is there. It's very pleasant indeed. It's actually a very nice mouth coating experience here, and I think the best way to describe that sort of spiciness is, it's like initially you think there's a bit of white pepper note going on, but then as you let it settle, as it develops, it really does come through like a nice subtle ginger note, and it really does complement those flavours really well. It's not overpowering. As I say, it is quite a bit of a heat at the front of the palate, but as it develops, it dies down, the flavours become deeper and richer. This really is a damn good whiskey. So we'll give it a final sip, do a bit of summing up and a score, and you can let me know what you think in your comments. It's even more fruity now, more fresh, it's very refreshing. It's crisp and it's clean. Very citrusy, lemon and lime. Nice punch of ginger. Barley sugar again. Just a really nice, refreshing, clean, true whiskey. The mouth feel is just lovely. It coats the palate, it's creamy. The finish is medium. I would prefer it was a wee bit longer, but what is nice about it is it retains those flavours, but instead of lingering, the sort of go and the drop off, there is a slight element of them that do remain a wee bit longer, but it's not anything that's going to do anything for you, to put it like that. So all in all, this is a whiskey that I like. It's clean, it's crisp, it's fresh. It's probably downfall in a critical, nitpicky sort of way, if you're going to put it like that as a reviewer, is that it's not wildly complex. That evolution from the front of the palate, the mid palate to the rear of the palate, it goes nicely from one to the other, but once it starts to go to the back of the palate, it's a wee bit samey as the mid palate. Does it spoil the enjoyment of the whiskey? No, it doesn't. It's just something that maybe your normal drinker will not really think about. They'll just take a sip and think, damn, this is really nice, and they'll not analyse it too much. So sometimes you can overanalyse it, but then again, that's what we're here for in a way. But at the end of the day, this is going to become regular on my shelf. It's affordable, it ticks all the boxes, it's whiskey done right, and it really is a nice whiskey. So with that all being said, I think this will come in with a very well merited 89 score. So let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think about the Deanston 12, and again, don't forget to comment down below on what 12-year-old whiskey you would like me to review next. Thanks once again for your support, really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and make sure, until the next time, you stay safe, you look after yourselves, you look after each other, and don't forget, keep on drinking your whiskey the way you like it. Sláinte. That's a load of balls. I'm too old for this shit. Fucking done. And this really is a lovely 12-year-old experience. It's fuck, that doesn't sound right. I can't say that. If you've watched right to the end, you're an absolute star, and I really do appreciate it. So click on these other videos, take a look at them, let me know what you think, and while you're at it, if you fancy helping the channel out, have a look at my Patreon, and don't forget to follow me on my other social media platforms.